Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to my debut series, which is going to be called the Who Is series. It's all going to be about Spirit Island, my favorite game, and many of yours as well, I'm sure. And it's primarily targeted at newer players and also intermediate players, but perhaps players similar to myself who have played the game a lot but really enjoy it. Maybe for the mechanics, maybe for the cooperative play, maybe for the solo puzzle, might also appreciate it because I personally feel that this game is an exceptional puzzle game, and it really is a wonderful puzzle game, cooperative puzzle, solo puzzle, but it's also incredibly thematic. And I know going into more depth with this game, the more I've understood the spirits that I'm trying to play, the more I've asked the questions of what are they trying to do and what is the theme behind them and how are they meant to be maybe played, the more that I've enjoyed each game that I've had with those spirits. It's helped me play spirits I never wanted to before. It's helped me identify areas I was weaker at. It's helped me be a better player in this game. And overall, it's made me stay interested in a game which I've played so many times, and it may have become a bit staler for me just from the pure mechanical side. And actually, from the thematic side, once you incorporate that, you really, really can enjoy this game on a whole new level. Now, I know that there's a lot of theme already embedded in this, and a lot of just flows out from the actual game designers and how they've done it. But some of it is subtle, and some of it is also understanding the game on maybe a deeper aspect. For those of us who have played it longer, sometimes it's good to bring that experience out to help out the newer players and also the intermediate players and help them improve. And I personally put myself into the bracket of a very passionate, likely intermediate player. I think I'm a gamer player. I know how to play board games. I've played them not for very, very long, but I do think that I'm not new to the game. Certainly, I've played it hundreds and hundreds of times, but I do think that I'm nowhere near as advanced and skilled as some people are at this game. So the format roughly is going to be me speaking about a particular topic, me talking about a spirit and mentioning it to you all and explaining from the beginning what I feel the theme is of that spirit. We're then going to talk about the spirit panel itself. We're going to focus on the lore aspect, and we're going to do a bit of a breakdown of the lore, see if there's any subtle clues and hints in the actual lore itself to give us a bit more of an understanding of what to expect from the spirits, and see if there's any sort of pearls in there, little hidden gems of wisdom that maybe can help us understand how we should be thinking about this spirit. We'll then talk about the summary of powers, whether or not I think that they match with how I think the spirit plays. If there's alterations, what are they, and how that helps with the theme and incorporating that together and how you play. Then we'll switch and flip the spirit panel over, and we'll talk in depth, step by step, through the growth phases, the presence tracks, the innate powers, the special powers, and the cards, talking in depth a little bit about what to expect from each spirit, what they're trying to do, how maybe that leans into the theme, of course, and how you can use that knowledge now to better apply it to the game such that you understand where to play the spirit, how to play the spirit. We'll talk about solo and multiplayer. I will predominantly be focusing on the solo aspect because I'll be playing solo games, but a lot of what I say will apply to the multiplayer part, and things that are quite different or need a bit more explanation, I will put those in as well. I will also talk about win conditions and what they mean and what kind of win conditions you should be going for each spirit. And we'll also talk about which kind of phases to focus on for the spirit. For example, is this a spirit that you focus in the fast phase? Is it a slow-based spirit? Is it a spirit that works better in the ravage phase? Or is it something you should be focusing on the build phase of the invaders? Or maybe even the explore phase, or some combination therein? And hopefully then wrap that up after the explanation for each spirit. We'll play a game on the digital edition here. And each game I'll try to keep as brief as I can, explain as I'm doing things, so it'll be a slight over-explain of things, but we'll play at the low base difficulty, no adversary whatsoever, because I really think in those moments you can really feel the spirits and the theme of the spirits shine through. I think adversaries add an extra fantastic element that focuses more on specific things like more buildings or more explorers or different other kind of lost conditions, etc. And it really makes you tailor your approach to the game and therefore your approach to each spirit and the game. So it's a fabulous addition to the game, which I highly recommend everyone plays that and incorporates in their games, because it really just adds that extra flavor. But it's really important to understand, I think, at the base level what each spirit is trying to do, and then you can take that into those high level games. And that's generally the format. And I hope that you will enjoy this series. I hope that it is something that will excite you for each new episode, but also something that you can take on yourself and go through and really understand more and more about the spirits. And as I say over and over, and will continue to say, the theme behind the spirits and how that you can bring that out and really understand the game more, grow more, hopefully, a passion for the game, and just improve your gameplay as well. That's ultimately what we're trying to do here as well. I won't be focusing too much on the mechanics or the builds or the openings or anything. I will mention some of my particular favorite ones, and we'll talk in some areas about different builds you can do, but I'll reserve that for later videos. This one is primarily, as I say, just focusing on the theme and incorporation of that and understanding each spirit from that standpoint better. Okay, so without further ado, sit back, grab yourself a nice drink, perhaps a coffee or a tea or a glass of water, and get yourself, if you've got it, your Spirit Edition open, whether that's the board game itself or the edition here on the PC, the digital edition, or whether that's the tabletop simulator version, and get ready to engage with your chosen spirit as we head into the Who Is series. All right,